talking that mess, yeah.
Cause we just started dating, so.
So Tam, I have not officially introduced myself, but I am Jack. And basically, Andre reached out to me, obviously, to put you on a loyalty test to see if you was truly loyal to him or not, which is how we got, will she choose a rich guy and his Lamborghini over her? Everybody wants to know what was the outcome of that episode.
So that's the problem because I already told you no. Like,
we talking business, right?
Yeah.
We just talking business. You
know, yeah, she mad.
You don't want to make no money?
So once again, Tam actually portrayed herself the exact same way she did in the first part of this test. So now I'm really eager to see how Andre will confront her in this situation because she passed twice.
I just found it kind of strange, to be honest. The dude was acting like she just doesn't want to make money. Or like she's crazy for not wanting to make money like that, because not everybody wants to make money like that. Some people have other things on their mind besides selling themselves. Just FYI. FYI for people that assume women that look nice sell themselves.
Fuck that. I ain't fun. You scared? Yeah, like shit. I didn't say that with a voice touching
There's nothing wrong with that, because I know that's pretty much how a lot of people get by. I'm pro-choice and pro anything you like to do, but some people just don't move like that, and there's a reason, and that's okay.
How did you feel about saying that?
I was really disturbed. I know I got a lot of people reaching out to me randomly about a loyalty test. So, yeah. And when I watched it myself, I'm like, okay. So that's what we...
Did you tell her or she found it herself?
So pretty much I didn't get a chance to tell her because she had already seen it before I could even present the video to her.
I had told him I had saw some stuff that I wanted to like talk about. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like, yeah.
You saw his reasoning for putting you to the loyalty test. So you basically don't have no red flags.
I have no red flags at all, but she's very materialistic in the sense of like she like the finer things. So I'm just putting up to the test. We've been dating for about 3 months.
And like, it's okay to have fears as a man or a woman, because a lot of women really honestly do be feeling like if they are really serious about their intentions with people and stuff, and somebody's just looking at them like they're automatically a gold digger or like a sex object or anything along those lines, we have to look out for things like that as women, because sometimes a lot of dudes, they present themselves one way and then it turns into a whole different ball game. For real. So it's really good to use your discernment and not assume or judge so soon. But at the same time, I could feel where he's coming from, because everybody's had probably past relationships where they feel like they put their all into something or someone and it just didn't work out, and it's not always like, oh, this person was this, the end, or this person was that, the end, or they were doing this, the end. Like, it's not always that simple. So I can see where he's coming from with like just wanting to know, but at the same time I can see why she's disturbed, because if she hasn't presented any red flags like that, it's insulting to someone, like guy or girl. Try not to laugh. If you feel like somebody new in your life is basically like someone from your past, granted, you shouldn't really be trying to date really like that if you do feel like that way about people still, or if it takes you a while to kind of like reset and not make somebody else pay for something that happened, or some ways that you feel.
So with her liking finer things, you still don't think she like a gold digger? You just want to do it because you watched this fucking show?
Pretty much, because we just started dating. So
how do you feel about that?
I feel like that was stupid, because I met Andre and I've been like 100 with him from like day one. I've been genuine, like honest, open about everything. And nowadays a lot of girls don't do that. So I just felt like he kind of like played with my time, and like I didn't even know about like Jack TV until this situation. So it's just like, okay.
Pretty much, when I first met Tim, beautiful lady, when we hit out right off the jump, the reason why I put up to Texas prior to my previous relationships, I put my best foot forward and it turned out backlash to me, in the future.
But in your last relationship, did you have red flags?
There was red flags, I would say, like beautiful, and everything like that. They like the finer things, and I'm not materialistic like that per se. I do like some type of finer things, but not like.
But what have I asked you for?
I mean,
Okay.
Dude is saying he's not. Firstly, he's saying he's been attracted to women that have exhibited materialistic habits or like nicer things, or they look like they like nice things, or they dress nice, or whatever the case is. And he's basically saying he's been dating people that probably made him feel used, or made it appear as if they would just go for anything or anyone that's going to promise them more material, or material period. And so dude is also saying, or rebuttaling that with him not being materialistic. And I'm not saying women are objects or anything, but him being attracted to women that like nicer things, clearly he's materialistic in that matter. He has a idea of what he likes in women. He is materialistic. He's just not focused on getting himself the material, or like he's not, I wouldn't say he's looking at them like an object or material, but he's picky. He's materialistic. He will like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's into having the most and the finest things. It's just he kind of contradicts himself when he says he's not materialistic, but he dates people that are. It's like in some way or some form, you're kind of materialistic too. Like you like certain material. So, or you like to look at what you like to look at. Like he's not going after bums or people that look like bums. So that goes to show he's just being a hypocrite a little tiny bit. And he's kind of being disturbing by putting her on this loyalty test with 0 red flags in the first place. But I can understand the concern. Yeah, I think people don't even know really what that word means, or they just kind of use it so much they just forget that it's like it's a little heavier than just throwing it out there. It's like I don't really think being materialistic is liking nice things. Like he says, they clearly like nice things, they have nice things, they like the finer things, and I don't see a problem with liking nice things in life, like or having that as a goal, like wanting an aesthetically pleasing life or something nice in life, right? Like liking nice things or having nice things doesn't automatically make somebody a gold digger or bougie or like a user or weird. That doesn't mean, they wouldn't dress up something really inexpensive or not so nice, I guess. But I just found that strange because it's like I think people just assume, I feel like materialistic to me, an example would be like you have a choice between Nike shoes that are mad expensive and then some regular Asics just based off of brand name and price. And somebody that's materialistic would probably choose Nikes over Asics just because they feel like it's nicer. I don't feel like somebody going to the store to buy a $500 pair of shoes is materialistic automatically, because you don't know what their intention has been or is for the shoes or why they got it. And then you don't know how hard they could have worked to get that type of stuff. And then you also just don't know if they would also buy a cheap pair of shoes from the thrift store at the same time or on the same shopping trip. It's like, I don't think that makes somebody materialistic if they just like nice things. I feel like my personal definition of it is when somebody is it is using material as an ultimatum for your relationship with them, or like a motto for their life. Like they define their worth and their status under material, not having nice things or liking nice things. Like they feel less than if they're wearing cheap clothes or cheap shit, or like they feel like they're not attractive or good or themselves if they don't have something that's of a specific material. But I don't think nice things is liking nice things is materialistic.
You think it's something wrong with liking the finer things or being materialistic?
I don't think it's anything wrong with the finer things. I just feel like, you know,
I feel like he just like to be on a budget too much. And I mean, that's cool, but like,
So her saying that low key, her saying that low key does sound materialistic. But bro, you the one that chooses the type of girls you date, and if you can tell that she likes nice things, be with someone that you know isn't with you just because you can get them nice things. And don't just fall for, oh, they're beautiful, or they look good. Like, no, like that's not how you pick your fucking partners. You don't just say someone's beautiful and you hit it off and then boom. Like you have to really know their values and your values and if they actually line up. But yeah, her saying he likes to be on a budget too much is, in my opinion, is low-key a red flag, because for him, I wouldn't see her liking the fact that he did the loyalty test in the first place and making her feel like she's a gold digger for what she likes in life. Like that's just is odd on both ends. And then I would actually prefer somebody that likes to budget, because I need to learn how to budget my damn self. It's not bad to like cheaper things either. Like as long as you take care of your stuff and as long as you know you're still that guy or that girl, like you're not taking your stuff with you to the grave. And I'm not saying that to say we're the Walking Dead or anything. I'm saying that to say it actually is just, it's just items. It's just material. Like budgeting is cool. Expensive, nice things is cool. You just like what you like and deal with what you want to deal with.
anytime that I get into some type of, not necessarily a relationship, but you know, situationship, yeah.
So that's what you calling this?
No, this is actually a relationship, but anytime that I dive into something new, you know, I always start off with, you know, being a gentleman, paying first, you know, and everything like that. So in my previous relationships, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? And I try to put my best foot forward going, you know, first, but then in the long run kind of stab me in the back. I have definitely learned certain lessons like in my previous relationships. Just kind of want to see, because it was like certain signs with her that my previous relationships with the other women that I dealt with in the past, she shared, you know, so it was like, you know, she got
Like what?
she got
Yeah,
good
so
signs.
have you ever discussed that with her though? Before putting her to the loyalty test?
No, I'm a private person, you know what I'm saying? So it takes me a minute to even like really express my emotions and feelings.
Have you had other relationships?
yes, I had 2 other relationships.
Do you feel like those relationships affect your relationship?
No, they don't, because he's his own person, so other people cannot affect what me and him have going on. And I thought he understood that, but obviously he don't.
I respect the perspective of people that do loyalty tests. I do to a certain degree. It's like sometimes it's really just you want to know what they would be like or do if you're not around or if they don't suspect. It's like it's just a curiosity that's just understood. Naturally, people feel like that. Like, but at the same time, it is a lot of an insult and hypocrisy underlying the premise of a loyalty test, because if you feel the need to do one in the first place, that is just the absolute telltale sign that your trust with you alone, not with somebody else, your trust is a little damaged or needs work. because you shouldn't be in any relationship that's long term or will be, and you have to have an absolute sight or answer to something that you should already understand or know without your senses, for real. It's like, how do I say it? It's kind of like, it kind of destroys the purpose of the relationship, even if the loyalty test works out, because I don't know, it just destroys the integrity of the relationship, because it makes somebody feel like you're sneaky yourself, even though you wanted to see if they're sneaky. It makes somebody feel like you have eyes on them, and that's not a good feeling. Feeling like you have somebody watching them or people watching them, that's not a good feeling. That would make somebody feel like you're up to no good if you think I'm up to no good, because duh, like if you're accusing somebody of being away, even if they are, I'm pretty sure like that's just not, the person for you if you feel like they even would or can be on that type of timing. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these situations that I see these people set up for the prospective cheater, it just feels like that person knows how to get around, that person that's setting up the test knows how to get around what looks like they would get caught, or what looks like would be obvious signs of cheating or obvious things. It's like basically anybody accusing you too much of something or setting something up to be a certain way, it just feels like they would do that themselves if they had that opportunity. Or if they were in your shoes, they're thinking I would probably be like this or do this. And it's just a little bit of insult to injury when they pass these little tests and then they expect their partner to just be okay with that happening, because yeah, you should be with somebody you know wouldn't cheat on you or you wouldn't cheat on. And then you shouldn't make them feel like they're such a bad person if they do or don't, because the fact that somebody's doing a loyalty test is weird. It's like you entered the relationship or you're currently in it with a lot of lack of trust, and then you're probably moving out of fear. Even if everything's going well externally, it's like you're gonna treat the relationship as if you have one foot in and one foot out, which would signal to someone else that you're not fully invested. So that would probably be a not so valid but understandable reason why someone cheats or moves on with their life, because people can feel those types of things before a loyalty test or before somebody cheats or gets cheated on. It's like that tension or like lack of connection and trust is just felt both ways, and it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's kind of very telling and sad, but also like understandable. It's like kudos to the people that their relationship worked out after these loyalty tests. But I personally would never be with somebody and do that. I would just feel like if I know what I know and I know how I feel and I can get a gist of how they feel or how they move, I would not do that. I would either talk to them or break up with them. Because if I really truly felt like somebody was cheating, I wouldn't have to see them actually get there to end something that should have ended already, probably. And I think it was one episode where the girl wasn't even the dude's girlfriend. They were just talking a lot and they were really close, I suppose. And that was just really strange, because I think they deleted that video. I don't know. It was really strange because your gut feeling is usually correct about someone, but not your thoughts about someone. So if you feel like somebody's moving strange or being a little suspicious or moving suspect around certain things in your relationship or around their things in their life, you can talk to them and ask them why they are the way they are and why they move the way they move, so that you don't attach it to a past experience automatically and then make somebody feel like you just don't trust them, or it's just something's wrong with them, or like yada yada.
You saw the Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying? You say she like the finer things, so we use the Lamborghini, we use everything that you told us to do, even like the car situation and you saying you.
That was pure projection. Like, he just assumed. I guess he thinks if he had a Lamborghini or if he had nice, fine things, he would just talk to anybody and do whatever he wants. And that type of mentality before or during a relationship is very toxic and scary. It's like, firstly, don't assume what would make somebody cheat on you, or what would grab their attention per se, because you're just telling on yourself what would grab your attention. Like, oh, a nice car is basically equivalent to a nice body. Like, he's assuming that women automatically think the same way he does, or the way men generally think. It's like, a lot of men are attracted to nice bodies, so they feel like if they only see one, or if they're only around one, they can't control themselves, like, unfortunately. And that's not the reality for every man. So it's not the reality for every woman to just gawk and fall to the floor, panties down, for a damn Lambo or a Ferrari that they price you on the road 90 times a fucking week. It's strange. Like I said, you can like nice things, but that doesn't mean she would throw away her whole life just for material things.
She's aware of you being behind on your car notes, which is why we put y'all in that situation or whatever. We used everything we could, and she still didn't go for there. She didn't even go for it. He had the Lamborghini and all that. She wasn't even going for it. Now, wait, before you answer that, we, amongst each other, thought it could have possibly been because it was too much going on and your car getting towed and you didn't even want to entertain it.
I mean, I'm used to that. I done dated guys who done had, like, money who didn't have money. So, like, a Lamborghini truck, he probably rented that for all I know. So, that don't mean that I'm just going to, like, go for it.
The fact that she is loyal, you know, I really don't have anything to say. I do take fault, you know, and I do have issues with managing my money. I will say that. You know, it's more so insecurities within myself. You know, I'm not fully grounded within myself to, you know, I apparently appreciate, you know, the woman that's sitting in front of me right now.
I feel like his energy is very different now than what it was on the video.
From watching it, you know, allowing the whole situation to marinate, you know, everything just stemming from, like, certain issues I had with other women, you know, prior that I dealt with, because they will, like, sneak talk to other dudes, you know, or, you know, like, link up with other dudes without me knowing, you know, and me, you know, being me, you know, I'm putting my 100% in the situation. So, yeah, granted, we could have talked about it. You know, I could have been an adult, you know, sat down with you, had a one-on-one conversation, but, you know, sometimes that never worked out.
You just going with your good.
Pretty much, you know, just going with what I feel. Like I said, I watch your shows and everything. So it's pretty entertaining, you know, and I was like trying to see if it was legit. So it turned out legit, and it turned out that you are the woman that you say that you are.
You think I'm entertainment or a joke?
No, you're not a joke.
Oh.
It's just a simple fact at, you know, trying to see who you truly are, you know. If you,
But you know that, like, I'm a bottle girl, so me giving out my Instagram, or I took his Instagram, actually. I didn't even give him mine. So I was taking his so that, you know, if I wanted to reach out to him, then I would, but I didn't. He hit me up, so.
He ended up hitting you up because Andre obviously wasn't satisfied with the test at all. He wanted to go a step further. That's how the business conversations came about, and she still conducted herself well all the way up until that point.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, like I said, you know, it's all stemming from, like, prior relationships that I dealt with other women. And, you know, at first they'll show me something, and, you know, I'll fall for it. And then later down the line, you know, they show a different person on the other side to them, you know, so I do apologize.
That wasn't what we were supposed to be doing. Like, he came to me about opening a club and, like, needing girls. He didn't say nothing about Vegas or going nowhere, and I don't even know him. This not no flew out trip. Like,
So that's what it was giving. Like,
Yeah, like
he trying to fly
it
you
was
out.
like he was trying to do more than what he had said that he was supposed to be doing or we were supposed to be talking about. And like, I don't like that. Like, in the club, outside the club, if you say that you're gonna hit me up for like a bottle or to do business or whatever, then like that's what we need to be talking about. Like, it's nothing extra.
Men present themselves one way and they be on a whole different wave too. Like sometimes they acting like they want to talk business, professionalism, and they present themselves real coy and controlled and collected and stuff like that. And sometimes later down the line, you get another side of them where it's like they want more than just professionalism and like just business. They have a whole different idea of what business is. So sometimes you gotta make sure who you're talking to speaks the same language as you, and or you're actually comprehending what they're saying and where they're coming from, because that's where a lot of people get it messed up. It's like, it's not that somebody wasted your time or did you wrong or whatever. It's like y'all are probably speaking whole different languages. Like some people are real pure with their words and their meaning behind what they're saying. And a lot of people are always speaking in code, or they're always sneaky, or they're just not really talking about what they're talking about. So when you're talking to someone, you have to make sure that you're both comprehending. Like it's not just communicating, it's like understood.
Breaking up with him now. Surprise. I think you need therapy, honestly. Maybe because you started bringing up like past girls and all this and that. Like,
I don't blame you for breaking up with me. I am aware that, I do need to heal first before even trying to hop in another relationship. So I do respect the fact that you do want to move on, and I did want to tell you that I do apologize.
I'm really like cool on everything right now. Because who else going to try to test me?
So based off of, this conversation that we're having right now, I do take fault and ownership of like my actions and everything like that.
And I'm glad you can actually do that, bro. Most people can't do that.
Yeah. And, that comes from, diving deep within myself, even though, I'm still not fully healed, obviously.